Good afternoon. As the guy in the video just said, great nations don't automatically last forever. Writing about Rome, historian Will Durant said, "A great civilization is not conquered from without until it has first destroyed itself from within." Great civilizations that have collapsed or been conquered by a foreign adversary were first hollowed out from the inside. You know, we Americans are the most spoiled people on earth. We've been given such a great heritage, and we take it for granted. The founding fathers of our country, men like George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, men who are now considered to be evil racists, according to the top scholars in America's most elite universities, these men set us on a course for success the world has never seen before. Absolutely right. You know, we survived the War of 1812, the Civil War, World War I and World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and the Cold War. But today we face the greatest danger we have ever faced. The militant left wing in our country has become the enemy within. Now you may think, whoa, Rick, that's pretty dramatic. You're calling them the enemy within. Yes, I am, and here's why. Let's do a quick situation report. The militant left has now seized control of our economy, our culture, and our country. When you turn on the news at night, do you recognize the country you see?
No.
Are you worried for your family? Are you worried for your freedoms? The woke left now controls the Democrat Party, the entire federal government, the news media, academia, big tech, Hollywood, most corporate boardrooms, and now even some of our top military leaders. They're working to redefine America, silence their opponents, and that means you. They're destroying just about everything they touch, and they've got their hands on everything. Here's what they're trying to destroy: American history, patriotism, border security, gender, traditional morality, capitalism, fiscal responsibility, opportunity, rugged individualism, Judeo-Christian values, free speech, law enforcement, religious liberty, parental involvement in schools, and even private ownership of firearms. The woke left wants all of that gone. They want to end the American experiment. They want to replace freedom with control. The elites and the government are telling us what we can and cannot believe, what we can think, and what we can do. They absolutely want to control our lives. Woke government-run schools, woke government-run healthcare, woke government-run media, woke government-run everything. In their new socialist America, everyone will obey and no one will be allowed to complain. If you do speak up, boom, you will be canceled. Your views, if they don't conform to big tech, Fauci, or Neil Young, you know you're going to be kicked off of Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. The militant left are the modern-day version of book burners. Yeah. Canceling, silence, and banning from the internet is book burning. These are the most narrow-minded, intolerant people our country has ever seen. And they are remarkably ignorant of both world history and American history. Socialism leads to two things: poverty and oppression. We know because socialism is not some new idea. It's one of the dumbest, oldest, and most discredited ideas of the 20th century. And let's remember, it resulted in 100 million deaths in the last century. Yet these Democrats, who have no idea how the real world works, are just acting like they just invented socialism. The modern wacky left Democrat has never read George Orwell. They don't know they're making his predictions come true. Let me be clear here. What the militant left is now proposing is not simply wrong. It is evil, and it always results in evil. Now, the Biden presidency has brought us one new thing. They have successfully merged radical left-wing policies and gross incompetence. It's hurting people. It's hurting families with high inflation, empty shelves, dangerous invasion of our border, drugs and criminals marching in every day, escalating spending and debt, the inept withdrawal from Afghanistan, left-wing indoctrination of children in public schools, and murder in our communities. Criminals are not being prosecuted, but police are being executed. All this makes you ask, is this the beginning of the end of America? Well, it could be, but only if we allow it. Now, here's the good news. The backlash is coming. The opposition is building. Americans in flyover country have had enough of this woke, elitist nonsense. We want our freedom back. It is time to rescue this country. And as the old saying goes, don't wait for instructions from headquarters. Just mount up and ride to the sound of the guns. It's time to take our country back. And I'm here to tell you, the American people are going to give a complete butt-kicking to the Democrats this November.